It's a deletion.
Call the meeting to order. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you and welcome to the September 20th, 2016 Post Falls City Council meeting. The clerk will note that all council members are present. And we do have a few announcements, but first I want to make an introduction. Joining us for a meeting tonight, and she's going to be very patient with me as I try to not mispronounce her name, is Mihaela Zingham, and she goes by Misha. Misha is staying with David and Trezia Mallory. She has been in the United States for 1 month. She's attending Post Falls High School. She is a junior in Post Falls, but officially back home in her native country of Moldova. She is actually a sophomore. She had to go through 3 stages in order to get to this point. She made it through the stages, and then she got to come to the United States, where she spent a week in Lake Tahoe, 10 days in Kansas City, and 3 days in Washington, D.C. And I don't believe she had a positive impact on creating what the problem, fixing the problem in Washington, D.C., but she tried. She only had 3 days. Her country of Moldova is formerly known as Moldavia. It's a landlocked country in Eastern Europe. It's bordered by Romania to the west and the Ukraine to the north. It's 3.55 million people is the population. Wow. And when Misha goes back, she will finish high school. She will go back and be a junior back. She says the education system is different, and she wants to be a pathologist. So Misha, it was a pleasure talking with you today, and welcome to Post Falls, and thank you for being here tonight. A Vista Cruise will be doing work on the South Channel, and as a result, the boat launch area at Camellan Park will be closed until Thursday, September 22nd, or Friday, September 23rd. The painting of the Centennial Trail Bridge at State Line is complete, and the Centennial Trail Foundation will hold a dedication on Friday, September 30th at 1:30 p.m. at the bridge. The Historical Society's Oktoberfest is October 7th at 5 p.m. in the Grand Pavilion at Camellan Park. So those are our announcements for the day. And just so you know, we are going to probably, if he shows up, interrupt the meeting for an Eagle Scout presentation. He's planning to be here, but he had a soccer game. So if the meeting's still in process when he shows up, we'll present him with his award. Are there any amendments to the agenda?
We have none tonight, sir.
Any declarations of conflict? Seeing none, would you please present the consent calendar?
Item A is minutes from the September 6th City Council meeting. Item B is payables August 30th through September 12th, 2016. Item C is the Young Annexation Agreement. Item D is Crown Pointe 4th Edition Plat application. And item E is Banking Services Contract with Mountain West Bank.
Any questions on consent? Seeing none, I'd entertain a motion.
I'd move for approval of consent calendar as presented.
Second.
Motion second. Further discussion? Please take the roll.
Thorson?
Aye.
Wolf?
Aye.
Malloy?
Aye.
Henderson?
Aye.
Borders?
Aye.
Wilhelm?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Tonight we do have one public hearing, and it is on the Greensferry annexation. And with that, I will, if anybody, I should have announced, anybody wishing to speak and fill out a form in the back and turn it into our clerk. That'll open the public hearing. Mr. Manley.
Good evening, Mayor Jacobsen and members of City Council. John Manley, Associate Planner, here with the City of Post Falls. The Greensferry Annexation, case file A-16-04. The property owner is Lee Scott. The applicant's representative is Lake City Engineering. The requested action is to review and approve the proposed annexation along with the requested single-family R1 zoning designation. At the August 9th, 2016 public hearing before the Planning and Zoning Commission. They made a recommendation to the City Council, and it's a little different than prior annexations. With discussions with Warren, the role in which P&Z has is to recommend a zoning designation, not necessarily weigh in on the annexation part of the proposal. So in that, they did make a recommendation that if you so choose to approve this annexation, that they would see the single-family residential R1 being applicable for this area. The project location is as you see here in the, sorry. Well, it's right there in the hash mark there in the more of the southwest corner of that slide. It's the southeast corner of 16th Avenue and Greensferry annexation. I mean, this is Greensferry Road. Here you see it in context of the future land use map, where you see it's all designated as residential in that area. And in context of zoning on the previous slide, you can see that adjoining this property to mostly the eastern, northern, southern side, and within the city limits, it is currently single-family residential. The property size is 4.33 acres. The current land use is single-family residential. Discuss the proposed zoning. The water provided for the area would be the Ross Point Water District. Sewer would be provided by the City of Post Falls. In the Planning Division's review of this, we found that the proposal being consistent with the policies within the comprehensive plan regarding the annexation policies. It's also consistent with the future land use map. It's within the Post Falls area city impact. It's also contiguous with the city limits. It's also consistent with the surrounding zoning in Post Falls. There are other policies within the comprehensive plan. I didn't highlight them all. The staff report goes into further details, but I did want to highlight two of the residential policies since it is a residential proposal. And that is that most ordinary activities should occur within walking distance of most residences, allowing a measure of independence for those who do not drive, and that there should be a wide range of housing types within Post Falls to accommodate diverse ages, incomes, and affordable housing. So looking at the, there it is, the yellow box, that's the proposed location. The reason for the shift in the orientation is you can see to the southeast of there, Highway 41, I-90, and commercial uses in the general vicinity to kind of go in context with those policies within the comprehensive plan. The Engineering Division commented on it, and they found that the proposed land use is in conformance of the anticipated development for this area within the Transportation Master Plan. In regards to water reclamation, sanitary sewer is available, and that there is capacity to serve the project. They also wanted to highlight, though, that at annexation, that service isn't guaranteed. Depending, you could annex and it could be years before development. In such case, that's why they don't guarantee that. Water would be provided by the Ross Point Water District. Idaho Department of Lands did comment on this proposed project, and they didn't have any issues with it. So I'd stand for questions for the introduction and staff report at this point in time.
Dan?
I don't have any questions, but I drove out there and I thought I must be on the wrong road because I was at the corner of 16th and Greensferry, and there are houses on all four corners. So is this next to the house? Not direct. Right?
Yeah, on 16th, there is like large lot, single family residential in the county. And then just to the east of there, actually just north, you see a subdivision that's being developed. And just east, you have some other properties within the city of Post Falls that are currently single family residential. So there are rooftops in the general vicinity currently, and this will just be adding to that in a similar form.
Okay.
I was just going to say, on page 57 is a picture of that, Betty Ann, if you want to. There's a picture of it
Oh, yeah.
on page 57.
Any questions,
I
John?
went out there, so.
Thanks, John. And under the new format, that's introduction and staff report.
Yeah, and the applicant's representative is here this
Okay,
evening.
Mr. Dimmitt.
Keyboard's not working. Good evening, Mr. Mayor, fellow council members. Drew Dittman, Lake City Engineering, 3909 North Schreiber Way, suite number 4, in the city of Coeur d'Alene. Very straightforward annexation. It's an infill piece of property, roughly 5 acres, 4.5 acres. It's surrounded, as you can see on the map here, on the south, the east, and the north by R1 zoning. We are requesting an R1 zoning designation. Sewer and water are currently stubbed to the property, so there are no utility issues. As I said, it's a very straightforward annexation, so I don't have anything else to add, but I'll happy to answer any questions.
Any questions, Mr. Dimmitt? Thank you.
Thank you.
Shannon, is there anybody wishing to testify?
We have none.
And so I'm sure there's no rebuttal. With that, I'll close the public hearing. Council, it's up to you.
Sounds good to me.
About as easy as they get.
Yeah.
I would make a motion to approve Greensferry annexation file number A-16-04 with the recommended R1 zoning.
Second.
Motion seconds, further discussion. Shannon, please take the roll.
Wolf,
Aye.
Malloy,
Aye.
Henderson,
Aye.
Aye.
Borders,
Aye.
Wilhelm,
Aye.
Thorson.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you very much. Next on the agenda is unfinished business, and we have none, followed by citizens' issues. And this section of the agenda is reserved for citizens wishing to address the council regarding a city-related issue that is not on the agenda. If anyone cares to address the council, come forward. Seeing none, new business. Jacobsen subdivision file, and Tavis Schmidt is presenting. Spell wrong.
Good evening, Mayor, council members. Tavis Schmidt, planner with City of Post Falls. I'm going to be presenting the Jacobsen subdivision, file S-16-03. The applicant owner is Bruce Jacobsen, and the requested action this evening is that the City Council is being asked to review and approve the proposed subdivision. This was brought to the Planning and Zoning Commission on August 9th of 2016 for a public hearing. The Planning Commission reviewed and recommended approval of the subdivision at that hearing. The project is located central, just kind of north on, south of Pole Line Avenue and just off of Syringa there. Right there at 1955 North Syringa Street, about 850 feet south of the intersection with Pole Line. The property is about 6.3 acres. The current land use is single-family residential, and the property is zoned single-family residential R1. There's no significant topology or vegetation, and the water and sewer are both provided by the City of Post Falls. The proposal is for 25 single-family residential lots. The average lot size is 6,780 square feet, which works out to be a density of approximately 3.97 units per acre. There's going to be proposed 2 new streets. One will be an extension of the existing Yellowstone Avenue that will connect to Syringa Street, and then there'll be Mariah Drive that currently is in another subdivision just continuing to the north. This just shows the surrounding zoning. We've got all the yellow is single-family residential R1, and then the white is area that's actually still within Kootenai County, and then the purple colors are some smart code zoning. This is the subdivision layout plan. So we've got Yellowstone Avenue coming east-west, connecting to Syringa here. And then in the Windsong second edition, they've got a little stub of Mariah Drive, and Mariah Drive will continue north, and it will also stub to allow connectivity to the large vacant lot to the north of this proposed subdivision. The staff reviewed the proposed subdivision with a comprehensive plan, and it meets the policies and goals found within the Post Falls Comprehensive Plan. With Title 17 of the Post Falls Municipal Code, the subdivision review criteria, the Planning and Zoning Commission found the application to meet the following review criteria, and I'm just going to briefly just kind of go over each of those 6 criteria. Number 1 is just that there's adequate water supply and that there's provisions and availability for the proposed subdivision. Number 2 is that there's that the public sewage system can be provided to the subdivision and can service the proposed lots. The 3rd criteria is that proposed streets are consistent with the transportation element of the comprehensive plan. Number 4 is regarding any soil or topographical conditions or any hazards similar to that within the proposed subdivision area. Number 5 is does the zoning meet the proposed subdivision and do the lots conform to the zoning section of the municipal code. Number 6 is that has the developer made adequate plans to ensure that the community is not going to bear any more than its fair share of costs to provide services to the proposed subdivision, like streets, parks, sewer and water, anything like that. Those 6 criteria were reviewed in the staff report and then presented to Planning and Zoning Commission there. And Planning and Zoning Commission found that the subdivision meets all 6 of those criteria. We had 2 comments received, one from Kootenai Fire, and they had no comments as presented, and Idaho Department of Lands said that they had no comment. At this time, I will stand for any comments or questions.
Questions, Tavis?
I think it looks pretty straightforward, but I did want to, the viewing audience, I believe, is seeing these, are they not?
Yes.
You're seeing these slides?
Should be.
Just for clarification, the applicant is Jacobsen with an E-N.
Okay.
And the slide said O-N, and that is not, I don't believe, any relationship to our mayor,
Great.
so.
No, thank you.
Well, that's my mistake there, so apologize.
I appreciate it, just because if questions came up, it is a different spelling, so I
Okay.
appreciate that.
Okay.
Just being a proofreader.
Anything else? With that, I believe a motion would be in order.
I would move to approve Jacobsen subdivision file number S-16-03 as presented.
Second.
Motion second, further discussion. Seeing none, Shannon, please take the roll.
Malloy.
Aye.
Henderson.
Aye.
Borders.
Aye.
Wilhelm.
Aye.
Thorson.
Aye.
Wolf.
Aye.
Motion passes, thank you. We do have one ordinance tonight, and that is Young Annexation.
Move to place the ordinance Young Annexation file number A-16-03 on its first and only reading by title only while under suspension of the rules.
Second.
Motion second, further discussion. Shannon, please take the roll.
Henderson.
Aye.
Borders.
Aye.
Wilhelm.
Aye.
Thorson.
Aye.
Wolf.
Aye.
Malloy.
Aye.
Motion passes.
An ordinance of the City of Post Falls, a municipal corporation of the state of Idaho, providing for annexation of property consisting of approximately 4.627 acres located at the southeast quarter of said Section 35, Township 51 North, Range 5 West, Boise Meridian, Kootenai County, Idaho, and zoning said annexed property as community commercial services, providing for the amendment to the official zoning map and providing for an effective date hereof.
Move to approve the ordinance Young Annexation file number A-16-03 to direct the clerk to assign the appropriate number and that it be published by summary only.
Second.
Motion second, further discussion. Seeing none, Shannon, please take the roll.
Borders.
Aye.
Wilhelm.
Aye.
Thorson.
Aye.
Wolf.
Aye.
Malloy.
Aye.
Henderson.
Aye.
Motion passes, thank you. Administrative staff reports, joint workshop with P&Z.
Item A is going to be moved to a future meeting for discussion. They're still waiting to hear back from the consultant.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Item B, discussion as to whether or not there will be a council meeting on December 20th.
We have some planning and zoning items that are coming forward. In the last couple of years, we've not had the second meeting in December, so we wanted to clarify with council so that we could go ahead and schedule those for the appropriate date, whether it be in January or December.
So if we do not have that meeting, it will not cause a burden on the...
No, it's just for our scheduling, then we can let them know in advance.
Comments, input?
I'm good either way.
Me too, doesn't matter.
Merry Christmas.
Would assume that we're probably okay not, if canceling the meeting, then if we can
Okay.
take care of business.
We will move forward canceling the meeting.
December 20th. Okay. Thank you. One comment. On Thursday, I will be joining Governor Otter and Commissioner Dan Green to welcome Orgill to our community. Orgill's CEO, Ron Beal, will give an overview of their plans for the facility and a timeline for hiring and a projected opening. Renovations of the former Kimball building began in August, so that's truly good news. We look forward to welcoming them to Post Falls. And although it has been announced, this will be the official announcement with the big guy from Boise coming up. So please attend if you can. Council comments? We do not need an executive session.
Do not.
The next motion would be?
Adjourn.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you very much.